Hey guys, I'm gonna do a tutorial for Terran Race. This is gonna be like a uh, basic build that all Terran should know how to do. It's gonna be a 3 racks, and that's gonna be about it. Basically, I'm gonna focus on not getting supply blocked, and make sure my timings are right. So right now I got a 9 supply, and you want to get your supply depot at about 10 to get the perfect timing. So I'm going to move my SCV up here to my ramp to block it off. Usually I don't do this, but if you're new to Terran, like Evan, you should probably do this just to prevent like, what's it called, Zerglings, like a 6-pull or any cheese like that. What I didn't do, in this replay, I didn't get more supply depots around my base. Usually what you want to do is check your base for any probes or anything like that, because Protoss might cannon rush you, and that'd be really gay. Usually the sooner you scout that, the better off you'll be. Cool thing about Terran though is even if you do get hand rushed, you can just lift off your buildings and just go right here or something. And if they do cannon rush you and you just lift off, you won't be at that much of a disadvantage. So what I do is, let me go back. Alright, so I got 13 supply. That's usually when I want my barracks, right after supply depot, and that's also when I send my scout at about 13. It's also when I get my refinery. Actually, I'll focus on that a little more because this is pretty important. So yeah, usually after your supply depot, you want to scout your base and then put down your barracks, which I did. And while you're making an SCV, as soon as you can, make a refinery at 75. That's what I do right here. And then that's usually when I send my first scouting probe. Right after I get my refinery, I just send a scout. It's usually like the best time to do it. You can scout earlier. I don't know, depends on preference. I continually make SCVs, and that's really important. You constantly want to make SCVs so you can have enough minerals. So now I got my gas, and usually when your barracks is done, you want to get your marine out as soon as you can. Get a supply depot so your wall is finished, and while your marine and supply depots are done, get your orbital command. So everything will be tip top. Usually after the first marine, you can get a tech lab. I think tech lab usually goes first, and then it can be either another tech lab or reactor. Doesn't really matter. So I'm scouting here. Wasn't really paying attention. And yeah. So I got this done. As soon as I could, I got a second barracks. So focusing more on the CVs, and then I get my first Marauder. And as soon as I have enough minerals, I will get a third barracks, because usually you want to get that stuff down as soon as you can. So here's my third barracks, and yeah, you don't want to get any upgrades until everything is being produced. Like I'll tell you what you mean later. So yeah, I'm constantly making SCVs. I could probably stop making them a little soon. Usually you just want 2 per mineral patch. So this one's got 2, this one's got 2, this one has 2, this one's got. So I just need like 3 or 4 SCVs. So yeah, everything's being produced. I'm starting my stim pack, because I have enough minerals for that. And I set my SCVs at the watchtower, so I know what's coming. It's going to be a couple roaches. It doesn't really matter because I have everything at top efficiency. I'll be able to hold off anything they throw at me. Yeah, so I'm constantly making stuff. I'm constantly making SCVs. I held off the attack. Usually if you do this build, you can hold off almost anything that comes at you. And if you can do this build, you can probably, I will guarantee it, you will at least get high silver with the build like this. What you want to worry about most in bronze and silver though is cheese, like cannon rushing or from Protoss, or 6-pull from Zerg, or Banshees from Terran. But if you can do this build